What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you the ultimate closer framework sales system today on how to close your motivated sellers in real estate wholesaling, and probably the best system you can use in your sales process for wholesaling real estate. I'm excited for this one, guys. I'm going to share you exactly the top secrets you need to know about closing real estate wholesaling deals. I'm excited today to show you exactly the entire system. Basically right here is the closer framework sales system. I put names on it because honestly, it doesn't make it any better, any worse, but you know, y'all eat up when I make something like a course type thing. So we're going to break that down, the ultimate sales system I have today, so you can actually double your assignment fees in real estate wholesaling. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. And let's break down exactly today how to actually go out here and do it. So do me a favor before we break it down, before I actually show you the tips, secrets of my sales system, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always comment below your questions or hop on the live today. We got our one-on-ones today too. So without further ado, if you're ready to go, if you are excited to learn the sales system absolutely for free today, do me a favor and get jacked up. Get out of bed. Let's go. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Let's get it, guys. Always excited for it. Always love the love from everyone. So appreciate it. What's up, Philip? What's up, Asheville, North Carolina in the house? So appreciate it. What's up, Rich? What's up, guys? What is up? Welcome for hopping on today and learning wholesaling real estate. And shout out to everyone watching this right now who is making a commitment to themselves right now to become a better wholesaler. Love it. I appreciate it. And you guys are absolutely amazing. Love it. So, guys, let's kind of break down exactly. Let's just get into it. You know, no fluff around it. You know, you guys pay me $5,000 for my little boot camp here on sales systems. I don't know. I could do a little ad on here and sell it to you, but I'm just going to give it for free because I'm not a stupid guru. So let's break down my closer framework sales system. I was playing some Fallout, and I like how they do the VATS system. It's like an acronym VATS, and I was like, why don't I just do it for closing? So that was kind of cool. Saw some other guys do similar stuff. So closer framework sales system. So basically, we're going to break it all down today. It's kind of an acronym type thing that if you implement it in your business, you can easily double your assignment fees in wholesaling real estate and become a better wholesaler. So remember, guys, in today's video, I'm going to break down my ultimate sales basically system for your acquisitions to double your assignment fees. So let's kind of break it down and let's talk about it. Quick legal disclosure. I'm not a lawyer, realtor, financial advisor, guru, CPA, anything really. You know, seek legal advice before you do anything. Doggies are cute. So that's what we're doing. So what is the closer system? Let's kind of break it down. Let's sort of get into it right now and kind of share. So it's basically an acronym for the perfect things, the perfect habits, frameworks you need to be using in your real estate wholesaling business. That's going to help you increase your closing rate when it comes to locking up and closing motivated seller deals. This is very, very good. So without further ado, let's kind of break it down and kind of share like what the system is and how you can implement it today, right now. So let's talk about it. So let's kind of talk about number C here. C is conditioning. I think a lot of wholesalers out here are not conditioning their sellers properly, and they're not conditioning at all. A lot of people don't even know what conditioning is. I'd be shocked if you went through freewholesaling.com and you don't know what conditioning is, because it is hands down right now like the top one I talk about when it comes to actually tripling, quadrupling, doubling your assignment fees. If you are not conditioning your sellers, you are probably leaving out tens of thousands of dollars pretty much every single month in your real estate wholesaling business if you're not doing this. I can tell you, anyone that starts implementing conditioning when it comes to closing your sellers, you just get an insane ROI, and it costs nothing to do, and it's absolutely free. So I don't know why anyone doesn't. So what is conditioning? Conditioning is basically when you ask your seller for a yes or no decision before you actually go on the property. So what I mean by that is, hey, Mr. Seller, I don't want to waste your time, waste my time. I know I'm coming tomorrow at 2 p.m. You just do me a big favor. I want to go there. I'm ready to go buy the property from you. I just got to get a quick commitment from you that you are ready to make a yes or no decision on selling the property, so I don't waste your time or my time for me going out there. Is that something you can do, Mr. Seller? And you kind of put it at a point where they need to say yes or no. 9 times out of 10, they say yes. And if they say no, it's probably because, hey, my wife's not here, my husband's not here, the decision maker is not there. That's why it's very important to ask this question to see if all the decision makers too are going to be at the property. I'm telling you, if you start implementing this action, you're going to see a lot of your closing percentages go up. And a lot of people don't know off the bat, their closing percentage per se. But if you start tracking that, it always increases every single time you do it. So it's very, very important you do this, and it gives you a lot of great results. So hands down, conditioning is a really good one. L here, which is lines. I think a lot of wholesalers, a lot of closers, they don't have lines in their head of acquisitions. And acquisitions is a mix of improv comedy plus acting to a point. A lot of it's on the spot, right? A lot of stuff's live, talking to a seller live, but a lot of it too is having lines. It's very similar to Curb Your Enthusiasm, if anyone's ever watched that show, where they have lines and topics, but they don't have a per se script, but they know what to say in certain situations. I'm telling you guys, it's very similar what you got to be doing, where you got to know the acting lines per se when it comes to closing a deal, but you also got to know how to do the improv side to it. It's a very delicate balance, but knowing your lines is going to be very, very important, guys. It's very important to know exactly what to say when it comes to selling and closing the deal. So what are some of them? Number one is the lowball, right? I don't recommend lowballing your sellers. I don't think lowballing your sellers is the best thing to do out here starting out in wholesaling real estate, but it's something you could do more or less. So I would say starting out right now in wholesaling real estate, I like the good cop, bad cop approach. And if you want to know all this, how do I do the right lines? How do I do that, guys? Just go to freewholesaling.com right there. It is hands down the best way out here to learn how to do your closing lines. We actually just did the challenge where we kind of break down all the closing lines, and it'll give you a good grasp of the entire process for wholesaling real estate, and especially how to actually close your sellers. So the line is good cop, bad cop. Hey, Mr. A trial close. Hey, Mr. Seller. I was talking to Rick the other day about this property, and I called him before he came out here, actually on the way here, and he told me he wanted to be around $80,000 on this house to buy it. And just shut up. That's a line I have in my head, from just closing it so many times and saying it. But I didn't actually offer them or anything. I'm just saying that's where Rick was at, my partner, and he's a bad cop. He's the bad person in this transaction. I can push him a little. I can push him around on price, but it works really well. And to a point, I don't know how they're going to react to it. So I have to be very reactionary, like improv to that. But also to a point, I just said my lines there. And a lot of people, they don't practice their lines enough. And it's hard to practice those lines on live sellers when it comes to actually closing the deal. So you might have to do it in the mirror or over the phone, or heck, even if you want to go on one-on-one, talk to me today, you can do it from there too. That is definitely one way you can practice your lines. Try to practice some closings today at the end of this if you really want to. Yeah, I'd love to do that. We did some live breakdowns too, but it works really, really well. So it's very, very important you kind of use this method when it comes to lines. It helps you a lot. O here, which is very, very powerful here. This is observe. A lot of wholesalers out here, when I see them not doing well, a lot of them are kind of running a seller through, especially on the appointments. And this is not very good. Guys, in wholesaling real estate, you have to observe. There is an 80-20 rule in wholesaling real estate, basically stating when you're having a conversation with the seller, you need to be talking 20% of the time, and you need the seller to be talking 80% of the time. And the biggest question I get with that is Zach, what do I say during the 20% if this is a 100% conversation? And what you have to say in the 20% is just questions, right? You just got to ask questions. And that's very, very important. That's a big part of the rapport building process is just asking questions. So the real big thing here is like with observing to a point, what do you got to do? So I'm telling you guys, you need to observe. A lot of you guys out here that aren't closing deals are just running sellers through. They're not being very observant. And this is the one thing I can tell you. You need to be very observant with your situation around you. So if you're going physically on an appointment and you're going around the house, you're looking around. I know I've had some deals in Florida here where I actually went on the appointment when I was like 20 years old a couple years ago, and I saw like a box of like golf balls, and they were from like the Honda Classic. That's the one they have in South Florida. And I just like, hey, is this from the Honda Classic? I don't like, I know about it, but like, I don't like know about it. Right. Like I know it's a golf tournament that brought out a 45-minute conversation about golf, their favorite golfers and all this stuff. And it's very, very funny the way. And I think that guy was from Jamaica too. And it was kind of harder for me to build rapport because he was pretty much born and raised and he moved to the United States like 4 years ago. So it's kind of hard to have some conversation. But this guy loves golf. He just loves golf. And that was a huge rapport building part to me. And the only way I was able to build that rapport was just observing my situations around the property and kind of using that as a rapport piece. And this is it's the small little things, guys. Like you want to double your chance of getting a deal, closing a deal right there. You got to build that rapport. And a big way of building that rapport is just going out here and observing your situations, observing and listening to your sellers. Active listening is super important, guys. You have to be going after this and start observing your sellers. It's going to help you so much. Let's talk about S right here. This is simplicity. I think a lot of people overcomplicate the process of closing a deal. When I get asked all the time, Zach, how do you close a real estate wholesaling deal? How do you make it look easy? How blah, blah, like all this stuff. What do I usually do? The number one thing I do to close a deal is I keep it simple. And that's for your cold calling. That's for your acquisitions, your dispositions, the entire wholesaling real estate process. I keep it stupid simple. And how do I keep it super stupid simple? When I go to a newbie and like they're brand new in this business and like they're like, how do I talk to a seller the right way? All this stuff. I always just act like you're buying a car. And this really switches the mindset I think a lot of new people out here in wholesaling real estate have, because once you start shifting your focus on in real estate wholesaling on like acting like you're buying a car versus acting like you're buying a house, most people watching this have bought a car before. And like when you buy a car, do you act like you're a master tech mechanic that's been a mechanic for like 15 years and like you know everything about cars and like everything about the engine, right? No, you don't, right? Like when you buy a car, you're like, hey, I'm looking to buy this Honda, whatever. Like you just ask questions. You go in an appointment to go see the car, and you like test drive it, right? You do the appointment. And then these same people will go in a house and act like they know everything about real estate, even though they don't know a thing, and make it super complicated. They're all nervous. And guys, at the end of the day, are you nervous to go buy a car? No, right? You just keep it simple. Like, hey, if he doesn't want to sell for this price, no big deal, right? You just negotiate the car. Same thing with a real piece of real estate. Guys, it just so many people complicate it. This comes back at the end of the day to just keeping it simple. And for most people, they've already bought and done the process of buying a car. So it's really, really easy to do this. And it's definitely a process most wholesalers don't understand starting out, is they really complicate things. Guys, you just got to keep it simple. Keep the conversation like, hey, who are you? Who are you? What do you want? My name is Zach. I'm looking to buy property. I'm looking to buy a piece of real estate, me and my partner. Very easy, you know. At the end of the day, you got to keep it simple. Simplicity is going to be the best thing. As Steve Jobs. Bill Gates or Steve Jobs say this? One of those guys said, simplicity scales, complexity fails. And it is definitely a very, very interesting quote I always use. And I use it for my scaling systems for wholesaling real estate. This is a very important one. This is expectations. This is one I don't see a lot of people talking about too much when it comes to closing sellers, but this is hands down a very, very good one. Closing sellers, like one thing about it, before you go on the appointment, before you walk in, or before you actually have that virtual wholesaling conversation when it comes to closing the seller, you need to set expectations. Most wholesalers out here do not set expectations with their sellers before they actually go on the appointment. And this is a recipe for disaster. What do I mean by setting expectations or having expectations in closing? If you go up to the appointment and you say, "Hey, Mr. Seller, thank you so much for bringing me through." This is already after you condition the seller, right? What I want to do today is just go look at the property, see it, have a conversation with you about it, seeing why you're looking to sell, your time frame, everything like that. And if this property is good for me and my partner, what I want to do is see if we can make an agreement to me to buy the property. And if that's something you're okay with, we can do that today and we can kind of get the ball rolling on it. If we don't agree on a price, no big deal. We'd still be friends. And hey, I was able to get out of the office for the day. You just have to have like that simple expectations. A lot of anxiety that your sellers have on the appointment and them looking to sell the property is, first of all, they're nervous. They don't know what the next what's going to go on this appointment. What are they going to do? Right? Are they going to question me? Are they going to embarrass me? Like, if you set the expectations up front, the seller's going to feel a lot of the burden off of them. There's going to be a lot less stress for them and a lot less anxiety. And you kind of open it up. Hey, if this doesn't work for you, no big deal. Like, you're not here to force the seller to sell to you. And that makes the seller feel a lot more comfortable with you. And if the seller feels a lot more comfortable with you, there's a higher chance they're going to take you over the competition. So this is another big, it's a nuance. It's a small little nuance thing, but this is how you can double your assignment fees and basically double the amount of deals you're doing, is because you're setting the expectations. You start adding all these things in together, you easily double your assignment fees, you double your deal flow, and you start becoming a way better closer. And these are all things I've developed off of just doing thousands of real estate wholesaling deals that have helped me so much. Last but not least, hands down, one of the biggest, most important systems out here is building rapport. Most wholesalers out here do not know how to build rapport correctly. And this is kind of alluding to the top part of our conversation, but building rapport all comes down to asking questions, kind of that 80-20, right? If 20% of our conversation, what do we say? It's asking questions. And this brings us back to the 4 questions you have to ask mainly out here, and then asking personal questions sometimes on building that rapport, like the Ford method. So 4 questions is motivation, condition, time frame, price. Can you tell me why you're looking to sell the property? Motivation, condition. Can you tell me a little bit about the house, roof, AC, repairs, flooring, time frame? When are you looking to sell it? Within a month, a week, a year, 6 months, 2 months, whatever. And then price. What ballpark range are you looking to sell the property for? Those are the 4 questions there. Now, if you want to build that rapport a little more, you might have to use like the Ford method, which is FORD. The Ford method is basically family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. So how do we have this conversation if I want to build a rapport with the seller? F, family. Hey, do you have a family living here? Like, talk about their family. A lot of people love talking about their families. Oh, occupation. Hey, what do you do for a living? If you're going to move to there, is this going to affect your job or anything? You're just asking a question. This might open up something because maybe they're a teacher and maybe your cousin's a teacher and they work at a nearby school district or something. Like, sometimes you get that connection, or maybe you used to be a plumber in your past life, right? And they used to be a plumber, and you can kind of make a connection on there. That's really, really powerful, guys. A lot of big rapport building can be done there. R is recreation, what they like to do for fun. Kind of like that little golf ball example I gave to you before. Knowing what their hobbies are really opens people up and makes them kind of get more to the point, and they're a lot less nervous. So recreations is a really, really big one. And then D is dreams, what they're looking to do in the future, where they're looking to be in the future, and exactly how you can help them reach their dreams out here on doing it. That is basically the closure method. So we'll kind of break this down one more time, the closure system. But this is conditioning your seller. Make sure they give you a yes or no decision on selling the property. 2 is lines, right? 2 is lines. 3, knowing your lines, what you're going to say in your business, right? Knowing the lines you're going to say for closing. Number 3 is observing the situations in real estate wholesaling, observing the conversations, observing the property, and actually actively listening to your sellers. S is simplicity, keeping it simple. I always say keep it simple, stupid. Not calling you stupid, but maybe I'm a little stupid sometimes, so I got to keep it really, really simple. When you overcomplicate this business, you're going to fail. E is expectations. Set expectations out with the seller. they're going to feel more comfortable, and there's a better chance of a closing percentage. And then building rapport, building that connection with the seller, and overall helping you in your real estate wholesaling business. And it's going to help you out so much, guys. I think so many people starting out really complicate this. I don't understand why most wholesalers out here, they get really stressed out. They get very stressed out that they don't know how to close a seller. It's like this crazy, complicated process. And at the end of the day, if you just keep it simple, you'll get really good results in wholesaling. So, guys, that is my closer framework system. This is my ultimate closer framework sales type system. If you got any value from this, smash the like button and subscribe. And what I want to do right now is answer some questions you guys have about closing and see if I can help you out. If you want to break down kind of your system for closing, and if that's a good system or not, let me know and I can break it down. And remember, guys, if you want to actually talk to me right now, if you are part of the Wholesaling Houses for Real Mastermind, if anyone wants to hop on here, I'll talk to y'all. So I get asked all the time, Zach, how do I talk to you, how to get the link to talk to you? Pretty simple. It's right here. We're in Wholesaling Houses for Real right here. Let's make this a little bigger. We're in Wholesaling Houses for Real right here. So all you got to do is go in the group, be a member of it. Right here, shared on the link. Is this pinned? Pin this one to the top. This was pinned to the top, but is it pinned? Yeah, it's already been pinned. So just go here, click here, join the StreamYard link, and you can hop on and actually talk to me. Let's put the link on the comments too if anyone wants to hop on, and then we'll be good to go. Boom. All right, we posted. Yes. So that's how you join on it. I'll put the link on here too. All right. So Wholesaling Houses for Real if you want to go talk to me. And we'll answer some YouTube comments first and see if we can kind of break this down. Some water. Hopefully everyone's having a great day today. I know I am. Every day above ground's an amazing day. So let's answer some of these questions. So Jason's got a good one here. Hey, Zach, what additional filters should apply when sourcing pre-probates and tired landlords? I think this is a really good one. I'm assuming using like listrei.com or something like that right now. What I could tell you is one of the best ways out here, starting out in real estate wholesaling, when you're pulling lists, when you're doing that, a lot of you guys are pulling the wrong type of lists, and it's showing a lot. It's not doing very well. What I can tell you right now is the additional filters tab that I like on PropStream, or like ZachData.com if you really want to do that too, is adding equity on there. I really prefer, at least if I'm pulling these lists, at least 40 to 50% equity. When it's a lower equity, I mean, they're good creative finance deals, things like that. That's fine. But you really, really want some equity on there. One additional thing on the pre-probates and tired landlords, I want to make sure the property is not on the market. And if you really want to niche things down, I want to make sure the property has been owned for at least 2 to 3 years. That is definitely one thing that I've done that's always increased the chances when I'm cold calling the efficiency on that list is at least 3 years, the ownership on the property. We used to do 2. We're pushing it back to 3 now. We're making sure equity is 40% minimum if it's like a pre-probate list or tired landlord. Actually, no, pre-probates we do no equity on. Tired landlords, yes. And it works really well, guys. Like it's definitely a big one. So actually, Jason's on here. Yo, Jason.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, answering your question. What's up?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Hey, how you doing, Zach?
I'm blessed, man. How can I help you out?
Yeah, so I actually just started my real estate journey about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm super frustrated, like you said. I'm one of those that makes it super complicated. I'm using batch leads and PropStream at the same time, and with no success. So I do have a real good reason why I'm into this. I don't know where to go. I just feel so overwhelmed. So,
all right, what market are you in?
In the West Palm Beach area.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the I'm looking at some
We're talking
markets.
about West Palm. Are you in Green Acres, Wellington? Like where in Palm Beach are we talking?
West Palm. I'm looking at the West Palm area, also the Palm Beaches and Broward.
All right, we're gonna skip the Palm Beaches, bro. Unless we're talking Royal Palm. We don't do Palm Beach.
Okay, don't do. Yeah, no. There one is pretty crazy. Yeah.
You're in a decent market, man. Like I do pretty big deals over there still, so it's not a bad market, man. You got to know what you're doing. The one thing I can tell you straight up right now, I appreciate you hopping on live with me because I actually have experience in this market, so I can actually tell you what works and what doesn't. And I can tell you what works for me. Like I have some vlogs. You should check out some Palm Beach properties I've done in West Palm, like some $70,000-$80,000 deals last year I did. Maybe you can reverse engineer and see how you can use that effectively. But the biggest tip I give to you, you need to be below the median home price in Palm Beach County.
Okay, that makes
And you got to be under it for the city because like Boca really brings it up, Jupiter. But like what you got to do is like I'll help you out. The median home price Palm Beach County.
I think it might be like 350 to 4 maybe.
It says 510 on Realtor. We'll kind of see what Zillow says. It's pretty high.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Like West Palm Beach is a lot lower.
Yeah, pretty much the Lake Worth area as well. That's
West
my
Palm's
backyard.
402. So you got to be under 402 on it. That's kind of what I would like. If you want to start out locally, I would be under 400 grand on any property.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Well, thank you very much.
I didn't stop, man.
Oh, I didn't. Well, so and I mean, I actually just before the stream, I was on Flip with Rick, and I was on the text SMS text blasting side of things. But before we even got into that, I know some of the videos that it seems like you're not even looking at the homes before you get into texting some of these folks. So
I don't.
are you just right? So are you?
I would look at 5,000 houses a day if I was doing that.
Yeah, that makes okay. All right, so
Jason.
Yeah.
You need to get your butt down to Clematis Street and go to the courthouse and start pulling some government lists.
Yeah, no, we did go to the clerk of a circuit court, and we tried to get some probates, and it just was like it was so expensive, you know. So, but we are planning to go back again. I think for like 2 records, it was like $2 a page or something like that.
Oh my Lord, Jason. All right, Jason, let me help you out. I actually pulled the Palm Beach County probate list for free online. I'll show you how to do it. I have a video.
No, to be honest with you, I was watching that video as well.
Yeah,
I was watching that video, and again, I was just all over the place. And I know you did do Palm Beach County, so I think I checked again, and it told me
why do you make that? Why? All right,
we weren't
Jason,
able to view the actual. Go ahead,
Jason. All you need is the heirs and the property address. That's it.
I'm on it.
That's it.
Okay.
I showed you how to do it in the video. How to do it. It did not change.
Okay.
Do exactly what I said. That's another thing.
I'm on there right now.
Pull the utility, the water shut-off list, and the fire damage property list.
Okay.
They work in Palm Beach.
Okay. All right, word to the wise. I'm gonna take that to the heart.
Jason, word to the wise. What budget do you got right now?
Well, with
Marketing.
family, I'd say about 15,000, but I haven't asked for any money at all because I just don't want to waste their money. So I did
Jason,
tell them about
this
venture. I do, and I've been going driving for dollars, but that's also a lot too. So, yeah.
Jason. All right, we're gonna do this, okay? You're all over the board, which is fine. Okay. You need to simplify this, and I want you to be successful. Okay.
Okay.
I am actually rooting for you here. So let's make a plan together. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want you to talk to me till next week. You know why? Because you're going to cold call. Have you ever cold called before?
I have. Yep.
How much?
I'll say it's pretty much on market deals, but probably about 20.
20 cold calls.
Yep.
All right. Don't be doing this on market stuff. Okay. It's stupid right now. All right. Especially as a beginner. We're going to just get an off market deal. Okay.
All right.
I want you to cold call 20 an hour. Okay. So what I'm going to want you to do is I want you to cold call all the code violations, and we're going to do all the fire damage properties and probates. We're going to keep those 3. Okay. And I want you to cold call all of that list. And then I want you to do 100 reverse drawing for dollars leads.
Okay.
And I want you to get back to me next week and tell me how it goes.
All right. Yeah, no, I got you. 20 an hour. I think I could do that. But no, for sure, I think I could do that.
So let me know what did I just tell you to do?
Well, yeah, we're just focusing on fire distress properties, code violations, and probates. We're going to pull those lists and call like 20 of those an hour, and try to lock up a deal till next week.
Okay. And
Reverse driving for dollars as well.
How many?
You know what? I actually
Jason, I just said it.
You said 20 an hour, right?
No, how many reverse drawing for dollars leads do I need to bring next week for me that you did? You slapped a sticky note on the house.
Actually, I don't remember. I don't think I heard you mention a number.
100.
100. Okay. Shit. 100. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think I know I can do that.
All right, Jason, what do you think I'm going to say if you come back and you say you didn't do it?
Actually didn't really want to do it, or I think that's a will issue. I'm definitely going to do it. So I don't even know the answer to that because I know I'm going to do it.
So if you come back next week and you don't do it, I'm going to say, don't talk to me until you do it. All right.
Yeah. No, I got you.
You've been shunned to a week. Go do it. Come back.
Thank you, bro.
That's the best thing the best thing possible for your success right now is doing that. Nothing else. Not watching any more videos. Not just doing that.
Okay.
If this is stopping you from being like talking to a seller's watching this live, then get off. But I don't think it is. Okay. You got this, man. Okay. So I want, I like actually having actionable goals. So I'm gonna tell you this right now. I want you to do 100 code violation calls. We're not even doing 20 hour. 100 code violation calls, 100 fire damage property, and 100 water shutoffs, and then 100 reverse drawing fraud. So that's 400. Very easy.
Yeah, no, that's doable.
So say it back to me.
100 code violations, 100 fire damage properties, 100 reverse driving for dollars, and 100 probates. And we're gonna call at least 100 of those between now and next week.
Okay, and how are you gonna get the fire damage property list?
We're gonna go to we're gonna go online, pull the records. I actually have the code violation list that I received today.
Fire damage.
I did try today. That I don't know yet, but I believe I'll just go to the circuit court or to the fire departments, the individual fire departments. I could call them, like you mentioned as well.
That's 400, man. 400 divided by 6. We'll take Sunday off if you really want to. That is 65, 67. Okay.
Yep.
Got this, man.
I sure do.
Believe in your success, Jason.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that, Zach.
All right, man. Good luck, man. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, sir. I'll go back to watching the stream. Thanks, man.
All right. Appreciate it, bro. I'm telling you guys, if he paid me $2,000 right now for my mastermind, I'd tell him the same exact thing. Same exact thing. I think it's crazy. People pay information for this, but that is exactly how. Quick question from Jaquavion. Let me know if I say your name right. Did you say reverse drawing for dollars? I put sticky notes on it. Yes. So reverse drawing for dollars is when you put yellow sticky notes. You put something like, hey, this is Jaquavion. I had a quick question about the property. Please give me a call back. And that's it. The point on this is so you get a call back. It's like direct mail. Say, hey, are you looking to sell the property or the owner? That's it. It has a huge percentage of you doing deals. I love reverse drawing for dollars. We have it all in freewholesaling.com. So remember, guys, I'm pushing some of you guys on here that are, if you come to me and if you're already having a problem with taking action, I'm going to put your butt to the test and just make you take action. I think a lot of people starting out in wholesaling, they have a lot of analysis paralysis. And if you have analysis paralysis, hop on and talk to me. I will destroy it. Because you start taking action, you stop complicating it, telling you guys, it works really, really well. All right. So yeah, call the fire department, the place where the fires are put out. Yes. Hello. Yo.
What's up, big dog?
How's it going?
Good. How you doing? I just had a quick question. I just wanted to, I searched up on Google and it told me I needed a real estate license to wholesale in Oklahoma. Is that true?
Who told you that?
No, I just Googled it.
Mr. Google or Mrs. Google?
Mr. Google, I guess.
Mr. Google? That's his
Mr.
real name?
What do you mean?
Who told you real estate you need a license in Oklahoma? What's the name?
Oh, no, like, you know how you search stuff on Google and it just gives you a description? Like, they don't really,
What article?
I don't know, bro. I didn't click a link. It's just the first thing that popped up.
Fake news.
Fake news.
If
All
you're
right,
not
so
going to give me a name or an article or an institution that says this, I'm not going to believe you. Okay?
I mean, if you saying that, I believe you, you know.
All right, bro. Let's break it down. I've first of all, you haven't gone through freewholesaling.com, correct? Hello? All right, I'm just going to talk then. All right.
My fault, bro.
Have you gone through freewholesaling.com?
Yeah, but I haven't seen nothing about that, about the.
So when you went to day, I think 2 or 3 of the wholesaling challenge in there, and it said, is wholesaling real estate illegal? And I broke down the entire law in Oklahoma. What did it say?
Damn, bro. This is exactly what I didn't want you to say, bro. I didn't know there was a video about this.
Go through the challenge.
Damn, bro. My
Day
fault, big
1,
dog.
2, or 3, I go through the entire law of Oklahoma. So you
Oh,
just said
okay.
you went through the entire thing, but you didn't. So you lied to
No,
me.
no, I didn't go. I didn't go through it. I just
Go through the
searched up
entire,
on
go
Google.
through the entire course. Go through the
Yeah.
challenge. I break down the laws. And get back to me, man.
All right,
That's
bro.
it, bro.
All right.
You're
All
fine.
right, my bad, bro.
I'm busting your chops because I get these comments all the time that wholesaling's illegal this place, and nobody goes through the course, which I tell everyone to do, and then
Right.
that question's never asked. Oklahoma, you cannot publicly market for sale the property.
Yeah, I heard about that, but yeah, I guess
You need a license to publicly market for sale of property. So publicly markets, posting on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Privately marketing is legal, where I cold call a cash buyer. That I already have on my list.
okay.
There's
Well, yeah,
not one thing that says you have to have a license to do this.
You definitely cleared up the fog, then, bro. Really appreciate you.
If I was selling you a course, if I was trying to put you in my real estate brokerage to force you to be a realtor, to be in my wholesale, yeah, sure. If I'm trying to sell you on something, sure. But I'm not. So I'm not going to scare you and give you scare tactics. Some people on here already know I've been through the whole rigmarole of people on this. Okay. I fought this thing to the death. You're fine, bro. You go through the chat, go through the course, bro.
I should have looked at your course before this. I thought I looked at it good, but not good enough apparently.
Challenge. Go through the whole. Let me try to see if I can find it for you right now as we're talking. It's going to be in day. Let's see if I can find it. Right.
I don't want to keep wasting your time. Like I'll find it. There's no problem.
All right, man.
Yeah, really appreciate you though, man.
Go through the free wholesaling challenge. It's all in there, and you're pretty much good to go.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Good looking out, man. On me.
Appreciate it.
All right. Stay up, man.
All right, guys. I'm going through the wholesaling challenge right now. There's actually a playlist also on YouTube on here. And I'm trying to find where I put it on there. It's under here. Let's see. Wholesaling process. Oh, right here. Let me go to the exact thing for him. So, let's see. I have it right here. I break down the legality of wholesaling real estate right here. Let me get the exact. All right. So, right here is where I broke it down in the wholesaling challenge. Day 1, 23 minutes in of day 1 on the challenge, I broke down the legality of wholesaling real estate. Just for anybody asking, the legality of wholesaling real estate is answered right here on this slide. Okay? I'll let everyone know. So I will say this again. If you have a question, I humbly request that you go through freewholesaling.com first, go through the videos, go through the challenge if you haven't, and then get back to me on the questions. 99% of all these questions are answered by going through them. If you have a local situation, I love helping everyone. Like Jason there, that's perfect, right? That's a very personal question he has. What do I do in Palm Beach County? I can help him out. But this is where it's at. I'm going to put the playlist on here too. If you guys need help with that, shuffle playlist, loop playlist. Where's this playlist? Let me copy it for you guys. It's at freewholesaling.com, but also I'll pop up the playlist here if you guys want to use it or see it. All the challenge videos are on there. Let's see. All right, let me post this. Ace, if you have a deal in Richmond, message me. That's interesting. If you didn't send the JV deal on it, message me, Ace, right now on Facebook, and I'll look for it in the next 5 minutes to send. Because I have multifamily people. But yeah. All right. What is up? Terrence.
Yo, Zach, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
Doing good, bro. So, I just want to say, like, I remember talking to you back then. Like, it's been a couple months now, but I ended up closing on that deal in Tennessee. The Chattanooga deal. Yeah, man. I'm having some trouble though. I think maybe the market is just in a crazy place, but I'm really having a hard time finding motivation. I think a lot of people aren't wanting to sell because they know, like, since interest rates are so high, a lot of people aren't buying. So it's just like, and I'm also considering, like, because I have a couple of VAs, but it's like, how do I go with quantity over quality? Like, do I want to think about it the numbers way, right? Because
You're in
it's
Alaska,
ultimately
right?
sales. Yeah, I'm in Alaska, but I'm not doing
Okay.
it
I
out
remember.
here.
All right, I remember you. All right.
Yeah.
So the one quote I always tell everyone, this is a good question, and I'm going to say this just bluntly because I want you to be as successful. You don't blame the market, blame the marketing. Okay? So you are blaming the market right now, the current real estate market, and you got to be blaming the marketing. And that is the key thing here. Because if I had that mindset, I would have not closed a couple $50,000 deals last week locally where I'm at. JV deals, I wouldn't. Okay. If I had that mindset, right? I should just quit because no. Okay. Now, obviously things are shifting, but cash buyers are still buying at lower prices. That means I either make less money per deal or I get lower prices with my sellers. Which one do you think I'm going to do? So at the end of the day, you're going to have to get a more motivated lists. So what list have you been marketing right now currently with the VAs?
My list right now is compiled of like 4 or 5 different, and this is where we talked last time. You were telling me, look, just focus on one market.
Yeah.
And so I did that now. I actually just pulled a list from Minneapolis. It's in Hennepin County, Ramsey County.
Okay.
And it's basically high equity, but these people own at minimum like 4 or 5 properties, and a lot of them own a lot more than that across the US, not just in Minnesota. So it's
Okay.
a high equity list, and they own like 4 or 5 properties. And I text blasted it this morning, and I got like 10 leads so far. I have an appointment I'm going to take in like 15 minutes, but I don't know. I'm trying to get better at like the closing aspect too. So I don't know. This list seems like it's been doing pretty good, but I've been having my VAs call that 45,000 of just people from Tennessee and Jacksonville and Ohio, Toledo, like all these different hot markets, and we're not getting nowhere with that list. 56
Okay.
connects, 56 not interested, 60 connects, like we're connecting, but no interest in selling.
Okay. So my first question is the one I've said, don't blame the market, blame the marketing. So let's talk about the marketing for a second. I have never gotten a deal over, I think, outside of multifamily, I've never gotten a deal over 100 grand where the person owned more than 2 houses ever. I've done a lot of 100K deals, not one. Think about that for a second. Okay. I rarely do any local deals where someone owns a lot of real estate. Those people are a lot more savvy and they're not having insane motivation for just getting rid of property cash. And number one. you know what is my top list for get the best margins possible in virtual wholesaling? Do you know what it is? Are you
Probate.
pulling that list?
I haven't pulled probates. I'm trying to get the county. Like I want to go to the county and get the most accurate data, and that's what I think. Like I need to do better at, because PropStream, everybody has those lists. Like everybody has, and I'm not scared of competition. I'm not like, I don't care. Like I know I'm the best closer, and like, you know, I'm good at what I do. But if you can get less saturated lists and more accurate data, like, you know, I can really take things to the next level. So I was actually just thinking about paying somebody to go to the courthouse and pull those leads for me at the courthouse, you know. So I have a mix of things, but I'm just trying to get it. I got to get another deal here in the next month.
Terrence, do you have a favorite sports team?
I don't want to say the Vikings.
You say the Vikings?
I don't want to say the Vikings. I don't want you to make fun of me, bro.
All right. You're like Stephon Diggs, bro. All right. Let's talk about this for a second. You like Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah, everybody does,
All right.
man. Come on,
You're like Stephon Diggs, man. You're really good. You're doing the wrong thing. So Stephon Diggs was okay on the Vikings because he had Kirk, right? He goes and deals with he goes to Buffalo. He's got Josh Allen, superstar. Because Stephon Diggs, he didn't become a better player. He just changed what he was doing. He just had a better quarterback. You're doing the same problem.
Yeah.
You're really good. You're just doing you're on the wrong team, quote unquote. You're doing the wrong lists. If you change the lists, you're going to have more success. That's your biggest problem. You are going I don't know why you're not going after probates. They work so well. And with your skill set, it's going to do even better with closing. I don't know what the minimum of 4 owned properties. That's never good. Have you done independent research in Hennepin County of the top wholesalers and where they get their lists? Because you're going to have to reverse engineer what they're doing. When I go to a new virtual wholesaling market, I find the top wholesalers. I'm very mean. I'm very bad, but I don't tell people to do this. But you can do this. I find the top guys and gals. I see what marketing they're doing. Oh, this guy's doing code violations. He's getting a lot of deals doing high equity vacants. Copy him. Do it. Because I have better systems than them. I'm better closer than them. And I destroy them. At the end of the day, you got to figure out what works in that market and go after it. Your problem is motivation. This is easy. Go after a list that has a lot of motivation.
Right.
Right? That's it.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Got a bad quarterback. That's your problem.
But I don't want to trash my 45K leads that I already have, though, that we're cold calling. I know the data, like those type of lists, mainly high equity. Do I just stop calling them?
High equity is fine. Still go after them, right? But I mean, high equity is a long-term play. High equity is a long-term play for my business. And I got a lot of VAs cold calling. It's a lot of volume, dude.
For someone that, like, I'm sure like you and your pops have, you probably have your own properties, like you guys flip and do that type of stuff. You guys have rentals, right? So I have my own rental too. And I'm just thinking from a like landlord perspective, an investor perspective. I mean, since the interest rates are so high, if there is a chance, like we're in a very high chance of, I mean, we're probably already in the recession now. That would make sense to kind of liquidate some assets, maybe to throw into stocks or to throw into something that's going to make more money. Like,
Terrence, I've been buying rental properties since I was 17 years old. I've not sold once.
Really?
Why?
Well, you might lose your equity.
What is equity? When is equity realized?
You said, when is it realized?
When is equity realized?
When you have it? I don't know.
When you sell it. Equity is realized when you sell it. Right?
So you don't know how much equity you have until you sell it, is what you're saying.
Yes, correct. Here's your problem, man. You can go sell all your stuff right now. That's fine. But what are you going to do with it? You're going to hope it gets lower? With the fees and everything, it's not worth it. I keep it for cash flow.
Right.
I'm making a ton of money in my wholesaling business and I'm putting it into passive income. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
A real estate ain't going down.
Like, I'm not selling my duplex, but I'm just trying to think for these other people that have.
Terrence, it's a very poor mindset to be selling your assets. Assets is what gives you freedom. Right?
Right.
That's it. So at the end of the day, man, cash buyers are always buying. Okay, I'm still buying. Okay, I'm not buying as insane as I was, but I'll still buy a good deal. I still had a deal. I'll tell you, you're treating it like the stock market. I think that's your biggest problem. Historically, have you seen the where's this duplex at? What county?
My duplex in Minnesota. I mean, Alaska. My fault.
Alaska. All right, we're gonna. What county in Alaska?
They don't have counties, but it's in Anchorage.
Anchorage real estate crash, 2008. I'm gonna see how bad Anchorage was. I think Alaska's last real estate crash was what percent? 21, 22. I have to see what it is, but I'm just telling you right now, at worst, it goes down 20 to 30%, man.
Right.
What's the problem in that? Like, at the end of the day, it's going to come back up. And if it's a good duplex, right?
Right.
And guess what you can do from now until it comes back up? Rent it out. Right? At the end of the day, I mean, if you you could do it. There's a reason why the top real estate investors in the entire country, people that are billionaires. I'm not just talking about Grant Cardone. I'm talking about BlackRock, the hedge funds, Goldman Sachs. They have billions of dollars. They are smarter than you and me. I promise you. They're not selling all the real estate right now. They're keeping it for long term. Right. Warren Buffett's not selling his stocks. He's buying more. You keep it. You buy it to keep it, man. You keep it for a legacy, your family, your future, right? You just don't go up and sell it all. Now, obviously, people are different with it, but this is not a time to be doing it. Now, number two, we're going back to the business part here. You need to be going after lists that help you out. Okay. I would keep the high equity if you got enough callers on it, but I'd be adding on motivated lists. If these people aren't motivated enough, you need to go with a better list. Guys, 2 years ago, I've had people ask me the same question. This list isn't motivated. You're talking to the wrong person. It's not the market, it's the marketing. As long as people in Minnesota keep dying, lose their jobs, I'm just being rough, but like if people don't take care of properties, there's always going to be wholesaling deals. Rick did a lot of real estate wholesaling deals last crash. We're doing a ton of deals now, and we're going to do a ton of deals in the future. Cash buyers are still buying right now. And that's the truth. You don't ever know when the bottom of the market is, especially in real estate, because interest rates could technically peak. You don't know what the Fed's going to do in the future. So you'd be selling on the bottom of the market now, or you could be selling on the top. We don't know. That's why cash buyers are always buying, because they never know. Seems pretty attractive right now. Cash buyers are always buying. There's a reason why I picked up a deal last month for $150K and I sold it for $230 last week. A flip I did. There's still, I knew real estate might have been going down. There's still so much money in the deal. I'm going to flip it.
Right.
It's affordable housing. So the key here to wholesale in times like these, very motivated lists, like I tell everyone right now, and you got to be below the median sales price. If you do affordable housing, it's always attractive. Every cash buyer willing to buy it. And remember, you're not holding the real estate in wholesaling. You're holding the contract.
Do you care about which areas? Like,
to a
obviously,
point, yeah.
like there's a difference between North and South Minneapolis, right? Like,
I'm guessing one's the hood kind of and one isn't.
Yeah, right.
I'm just, every city's basically like that, right? I know what you're talking about. There's hoods by me, right? Like where properties are worth 40, 50K when the average is like 300, right? Sounds attractive. I can only get 4 or 5K on an assignment fee there versus doing the average real estate, which is like 20, 30K per assignment. It's just not worth it for me. So we don't do it.
Right. Okay. Well, man, I appreciate your help, and yeah, I got to get more motivated, Liz. I want to
Like
say
Terrence,
thank you though for all your help. Like
yeah,
you helped me
Terrence,
close my first deal.
of course, bro. If you're calling somebody in Minnesota right now that has the water shut off on their property, do you think they're going to tell you about interest rates and about the future of the market? And I'm going to hold because real estate. No, the water shut off on their house. They're probably motivated to sell, right? Someone
Right.
4 payments behind on their mortgage, right? They lost their job. They're not going to be talking about the nuances of interest rates. Okay, they got to get rid of the property, right?
All right.
So
Right.
at the end of the day, that's the way you got to look at it. There's always real estate wholesaling deals. So,
Right.
all right, man.
All right, man. Appreciate your help, bro.
Give it up, bro.
All right, bro. Bye.
Thanks. Guys, cash buyers are always buying. Maximo says this is the absolute truth. People literally think wholesaling. Guys, I make more money during a crash. I've been quoted for the past 3 years on this YouTube channel. Me and Rick both saying, if real estate ever crashes, I'm going to make more money. And guess what I'm doing right now? I'm making more money than ever. And that's because a lot of guys send me JV deals too. But I can tell you my real estate local business and virtual business, I'm making more money now than ever because I have the system scaled up. This is the cool part about wholesaling real estate. We don't own real estate. We own the contract, which means I don't care if the real estate prices in your market goes from 200,000 average to 100, which is like an insane crash. Guess what? I'll lock up the deal for 100 and sell for 120, make 20K versus locking up for 200 and then selling for 220. You're making the same money. It's just the contract price changes. It doesn't matter for you guys. So many people complicate it. What do interest rates mean to me if the cash buyer is buying it all cash? Maybe for the seller if they're buying another house, but at the end of the day, the cash buyer, you guys drive me crazy sometimes, but it's the absolute truth. A lot of you guys complicate it. It's not about the market. Stop blaming the market. Blame the marketing. Donovan.
Yo, Zach, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, dude. Pretty good. I'm still looking to get my first deal, so I was kind of hoping to kind of get accountability checkup like earlier. Number one, and number two is how do I find the the local wholesalers in my market? These guys that are crushing it, Facebook or local REI meetings or.
Nice meeting you, Donovan. What market are you in?
I'm in the Bay, right outside the Bay Area.
Which San Francisco?
Yeah, right outside
Like
of San Francisco.
Oakland?
No, in the valley, so San Joaquin County.
Okay. A little better. Still not the best, but okay. So if you're in that area, I would recommend, I know Jimmy 2 is really good there. Jason Boozy's really big there. Those are 2 top guys I know, like high level. You're not going to copy their business though. Just sorry. I did an interview with Jimmy though. I somewhere on this channel, you guys search like Jimmy 2 Flip with Rick. I talked with him. I don't think he doesn't sell any course or anything. He's just a wholesaler, but
Okay.
he's pretty powerful. He's very, very good wholesaler there. Bay Area is really weird, man. It's not like I can tell you live in like Tennessee and I can tell you how to reverse engineer it. The ones in the Bay Area that do really well are very, very, very smart. And they're very, very educated on the real estate in there. You might want to try virtual half and half. Let me look up San Joaquin County, California. All right. What's your average median price point over there? Oh, you're by Stockton. Okay.
Yeah, Stockton.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Stockton's not too bad.
Yeah, so I mean, I've gone up there. I've kind of done the code violations, the pre-foreclosures, and I kind of feel like, and then I've done some other smaller counties around, San Francisco, Oakland area, because I figure that the guys that are there have probably been crushing it for years. And it's probably gonna be hard to jump in there. So I've been trying to get, like I said, counties that are a little slower, but still, around my area, so I can kind of get started here. So I've done, like I said, I've emailed a lot of I've got a lot of different, you know, lists. I've just been calling them, but I kind of feel a little all over the place with it.
So are you in Stockton?
No, I'm south of Stockton, smaller city. It's like 100,000 people here.
Okay. I would do government lists and reverse drawing for dollars on the government list. So those code violations. So have you actually done anything with them?
Yeah, so one of the counties, a county in between here, Contra Costa. So I got the list from there, and I called them. I didn't get too many hits on it. I have to follow up with like maybe 2 or 3 people on a list of at least 100, 150.
Okay.
Stockton is kind of hard to get a list from. So I actually went down to the courthouse, and, you know, while I was there, I ended up pulling like pre-foreclosures. So I called that list last week. I just got another county here. So I'm calling them. They have pre-foreclosures and code violations on that list. So I'm going to call them. So I guess I'm just, you know, in the mix of it, and just, you know, feeling like, you know, I guess I'm not feeling like I'm kind of all over the place, calling all these different counties, or, you know, should I just focus on like Stockton County, or should I go like a county over, or, you know, different states, or, you know, I have PropStream. I invested in PropStream, but I haven't pulled any of those lists just because, you know, I figured the government lists are probably gonna be the best way to get my first deal, at least the quickest way, right?
Yeah. I can tell you right now, man, I would be focusing on the government list. I think that's going to be probably the most important thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
You got the code violation list, which is good. I would be going after some fire damage properties. You probably can't get water shutoffs in California right now. So I would ignore that. I would probably, I mean, if you can afford it, to do the reverse drawing for dollars on it. I know gas is expensive there, but it's cheaper than other methods out there. I would reverse try for dollars, code violations on the way there, and I would try for dollars in between there and cold call them. I think that'll give you the best results. Starting out in California, because it's a little weirder over there. And
Yes.
a lot of people are going after the same lists, so that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that. And I would also reverse try for dollars pre-foreclosures. I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't text them. I would reverse try for dollars them right now. And you got listria.com, so just pull it, right? Drive to the house, put the sticky note, you're good to go.
Yeah, I noticed that. I went to the courthouse and got it, but all the ones that I got, they're already on PropStream. Like, that was a kind of a waste of time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the point of PropStream.
Yeah, it's pretty up-to-date information on there.
Yeah, I mean, I would. That's my plan. I would do code violations and reverse try for dollars, pre-foreclosures and code violations, and then any lead in between there.
Okay. I just got connected with the REI meetup here. Is that something that probably go network there?
That's a good one.
Idea. Yeah. So
I can tell you right now, if people are going to pitch you a course, a program, whatever, don't do it. I'm going to tell you right now, those guys are very, very scarcity mindset. I would not be buying a course. Just go there knowing you're going to be try to be selling on a course. Whatever they guarantee is not guaranteed. Promise you that.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured. I've tried to reach out to a couple guys in these like Facebook groups, and they're same thing. Not, you know, it's not really it's kind of dog eat dog over here.
It's dog eat dog, and to the point, a lot of people on those groups, unfortunately, don't want to give you the best information.
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to be successful.
Yeah.
So just understand that you go to those groups, they're really not going to. It's better to meet like a realtor there or a cash buyer there, if there are there. You know, the reason, like, I don't care, like, because if I help you out, you might send me a deal and we make money together. Like, that's worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario, you get better and you provide for your family. Oh no. And that's like, I'm having a conversation with you right now, which I don't like. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not trying to get you a court. I can just tell you what I know works, especially in California. There's going to be a lot of wholesalers cold calling pre-foreclosures, a lot of them cold calling, probably probates, honestly, cold calling the vacants, the high equity, very saturated list. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards that. Not doing that, and then doing the reverse trying for dollars on those lists.
Reverse trying for dollars, door to door is probably gonna be your best bet, because even when I went to the courthouse, the guy was there pulling probate lists already.
Yeah, reverse drawing for dollars, because the point of reverse drawing for dollars, when you slap down the pre-foreclosure, first of all, if you call a pre-foreclosure, you're only going to get a hold of 20 of them.
Yeah, you're right.
if you do 100 pre-foreclosure sticky notes, you might get like 50 callbacks. That's 20 to 30 extra conversations no wholesaling your market's doing. Over time, that adds up.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. The guys that I can find on True People Search, it's rare to find somebody from pre-foreclosure.
And you have to skip trace. Do you have a job?
Yeah.
So are you working full time?
Yeah, I am working full time.
So if you do the reverse $24, it's you don't have to cold call 3-4 hours a day. It just makes it easier, especially when you have a job, right? It makes it a lot easier.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'm trying to get my first deal and free my job as soon as I can. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, you know how it is.
Donovan, the biggest thing I want to tell you is don't get hyped up on a Gary Vee video or something like, I'm going to quit my job, get into full time. Like, you can do it part time and just start slowly doing it. That's the one problem I see a lot of people do. Oh, I quit my job to get into wholesaling. Like, well, it's fine. That's not going to hurt you, but like, it's good to do both and get a grasp on it. So you got the plan, man. I think you're ready to go.
Okay. I'll check back in next week and, put some numbers up. I'll follow up with you.
All right. We're going to do 100. All right. Get back to me with 100. Let me know the results.
100 of each or 100 total?
100 driving for $1 sticky notes.
All right.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later.
What are you going to put on the sticky note?
Hey, this is Donovan. I have a question about the house.
Call me. Phone number.
Call me. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Go.
That may be important.
Yeah. You want that call to action for them.
Okay. I got you.
All right.
All right, man.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, all right, Donovan.
Yep.
What are you going to say when they call? Hey, I got a sticky note in my house. Who is this, Donovan? What do you want?
Yeah. Hey, this is Donovan. I was calling to see if I'm buying houses for cash. Are you interested in the cash offer?
That's good. I would ask them if they're the owner first.
Oh,
And then number 2, are they interested in selling the property? Not even cash. Are you interested in selling the house? I was driving by I like to say, hey, I was driving around the house. Me and my partner looking to buy some more properties. Is this something you're looking to sell? Very non-threatening.
Okay. Yeah, I've been on my cold calls. I've been highlighting, cash. So I'll just
you can do it. The reverse drive for $1 is a little different because it's more of a local touch. I just drove by the house.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do, but yeah, just good. So you're good to go.
Oh, wait, last thing. So, when I do the cold calls though, so I say, hey, cause I have their names. So I say, hey, Zach, this is Donovan. They're like, oh, hey, Donovan. It's like, hey, my partner and I are buying, cash for homes for cash in the area. I was wondering if you're interested in a cash offer. That's pretty much my cold calling script.
That's fine. Not bad.
What do you think?
Not bad. Give it to me one time. Let me hear a live one.
All right. So ring.
Hello.
Hey, Zach, this is Donovan.
Okay. Hi, this is Zach.
Hey, Zach, I was calling. My partner and I are buying homes in Stockton for cash. And are you interested in a cash offer?
On which house?
123 Main in Stockton.
Sure.
All right, great. So tell me a little bit more. Why are you interested in selling the house? And then just ask the 4 questions.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Do whatever one's comfortable for you. I always like asking if they're the owner first, and I like putting the address on there. But dude, it won't hurt you, man.
Okay. I was skipping that because I see like on PropStream you can see the owner and everything like that, but
you don't know if they're the owner still, unless they call you.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. Cool, man. So I'll follow up next week. I appreciate the time and thank you for everything you guys do.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah, boom. All right. Someone just said I owned batch leads in PropStream. Bro, dude, if I owned PropStream, that'd be cool. PropStream got sold for $200 million. Theoretically, it said on a couple articles. If I sold, okay, I bought PropStream for $200 million. That's me. No, come on, guys. I own batch. I do not own batch leads. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Everyone says, oh, he owns these companies. He's not telling you. These haters are ridiculous. Oh, Zach owns batch leads. If I owned PropStream and batch leads, why would I both tell you to use both of them if I owned one of them? I don't own them. That's why I tell you do whatever you want with them. Y'all are funny. I got another question. Do you support this person? I'm not going to talk about that person specifically because that person's blocked me on all social media. So I have no opinion on them because I can't see anything they post because I'm blocked everywhere on it. So the reason I'm blocked on it is because it doesn't, so that those people that follow my guests don't get shown me or something. I don't know. But yeah, I have no opinion on that person because that person has blocked me on all social media. So I can't even see what they post. So he asked me about, oh, do you think of this person? They block me, but they'll pay ads before my YouTube videos. Hilarious. But yeah, shout out to you guys. No, I do not own PropStream. I did not sell it for $200 million. I wish I did. That'd be kind of cool, but no. Ryan, what is up?
Hey, how's it going?
How's Goodyear treating you?
It's going good. We moved down here. We actually moved from Utah 2 years ago, right when COVID hit.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah. But hey, I appreciate everything you've been doing. I admire you, and I have a couple of questions on how to get set up. So, I do medical sales. I'm trying to get out of the rat race. My wife, we've gone through a lot this last year. So today is 8 months that my wife had a pulmonary embolism and almost died. So we've got 4 kids, 12 to 5. My 12-year-old was listening to me last night because I was going through some of your like how to set things up videos, and he's like, yeah, let me think how I can wholesale, because he's got the entrepreneurial mindset and wants to call and ask things. So the thing, like, I pulled probates. We've gone and gotten a couple of lists, and I've called on some, but I'm willing to, we've got some money I'm willing to invest so I can accelerate everything faster. Yep. So I've gone through your videos, but it's a little more complex than I was thinking. I'm trying to get my head around how to pull lists off of PropStream, have a VA, and I've had a few. Just a second, buddy. I've had a few that I've interviewed or looked at, but how to basically have them call and where it all goes, like on a spreadsheet, or how do you keep track of them? What do you do so that then I'm getting them? Because I feel confident on the contract piece, like once I get a seller, and then I know I could figure it out from there. But my piece is, how do I get as many calls and dials as I can right now to get in front of these motivated sellers?
Yeah, whiteboard behind you. Are you a visual learner?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
What the? Here. Come here. Come sit by me. Come here. Come here. You're okay. He's helping.
How's it going?
Say hi.
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 This is Lachlan. So
we do it all for family, so I love it. All right. So let's break it down.
Okay.
So I'll tell you my system, and then you can copy it whatever you want. Okay. So we have a couple. I'm like a left to right guy, conveyor belt, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a left to right systems guy. So we talk about cold calling VA system. Now, apologize to everyone with a mic. It's going to go in and out, so deal with it. So I go from, I have a marketing person or me, whatever, will pull list. I like pulling my own type of lists, but if it's like a probate, I'll have a VA pull it for me, right? Like, so we have list. List goes into a Google Drive. And then it's copied on like my computer or something. So we have, because I have to pay for this list, right? It's expensive. So I have it on Google Drive, right? That Google Drive is then going to be skip traced, right? Skipped, right? Use, I use like a listrei.com or like a batch. I have the worst handwriting, but I don't really care. So number one is the list, right? So marketing comes down to list and marketing channels, right? So list is done. So it's a marketing channel, which is cold calling, right? So I'm going to have a VA for me. They are going to be cold calling, right? Now, someone's got to load up this skipped list into the dialer. So this goes in the dialer. So I don't know. I don't know how to put this the right way, but this goes into a dialer. So the VA
you put the skip list into the dialer for the VA to start calling on that, right?
Yes. So they are.
Are you
Yeah,
using
go ahead.
Mojo?
So
Mojo
I'm using
Call Tools?
I'm using Zach Dialer. I got my first year of cold calling was all from Mojo because Bash didn't have a dialer back then, and it was triple line dialer. I did Zen Call right before it was ready mode. That was 12 lines. The problem with dialing, I figured out pretty fast, is the carriers are kind of crazy. So if your average, the most important thing from a dialer, if it's a spam likely or something, like, do you have T-Mobile or anything like that?
I've got Verizon.
All right. Do you get like spam likely on your phone?
Yeah.
So spam likely basically is a culmination of that number. They see how many numbers that thing has called and the average duration for a phone. So why is if CVS calls you, like a pharmacy, it's pretty important they're not spam likely, right? Their average duration per call is really long, but they call a lot, but that's not really a spam because they're having long conversations, right? If a doctor's office is doing outbound calls at dentist, hundreds a day, and the average conversation's long, it won't be spam. But if I call 10,000 numbers and the average duration's 2 seconds, spam likely. So this is what I really focus on. So the dialer, I use 3 lines, so the conversation is a little farther. So my VA is cold calling on a dialer. We want 15 to 20 seconds average of call time because we don't want to be spam likely. This is a huge thing I've seen.
And you use a three line one, right?
We use 3. When you do 10 line, it's just a lot of them get skipped over because you get like 3 people answering at once, and then that call duration goes to like 1 second.
Okay.
Destroys it. So VA cold call on the dialer. They use the two-step script, right? Script, which is, are you interested? So, and then number 1, are you interested? Number 1, are you the owner? Are you the owner? Do you want to sell? Right? Are you on the property and do you want to sell it? Right? Once I get a yes that they want to sell the property, this is when things change. Once they want to sell the house, this is not marketing anymore. This goes to disposition. This goes to acquisitions. Acquisitions converts a yes to a contract. Marketing, all this, the only goal is to find a person that wants to sell the property. They say yes to selling their house. That's all my VAs focus on.
That's all you want them to do, those 2 questions.
Ryan, you doing medical sales, who can close the deal better?
That's
Someone
what
from the Philippines, right?
Yeah. Because I've had a couple like ask, hey, do you want disposition? You want us to put it under contract? I'm like, no, I just want to pay for you to go through leads to give me somebody to like talk to, right? So those are your 2 questions that you keep them doing.
That's it. So all this hoopla comes down to getting the yes. And the point is, hey, that's great. Actually, Ryan's the one who's actually buying the properties. He's actually the owner of the company, all this stuff. What's a good time for him to give you a call back?
Okay.
Right? We got to look a little more about the property. Ryan will give you a call. See, it's like we said today, setting expectations. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know. I have the board. I thought you were
right. And then, so my question then on if you're going through all those calls, they're putting the ones with yeses into Podium, right? Yeah. And then what are they doing with the rest of those leads? Like if they answer, if they have anything, if they're the owner but they're not interested, do they go in a different column or what do you do with those?
So I'm doing a lot of high equity just because my local market is like 200, like kind of smallish. So if I have 50,000 high equity leads, right? I have the whole system going. So with my 50,000 leads, if I do it, I have January, February, March. Right. So in January, this list is going to be hit with, these are going to be my, actually I'll do my vacants, right? January, I'm going to SMS the list. I'm going to cold call them. And then I do direct mail. Right. So like, that's how I kind of move them. So I'll have a vacant list, a high equity list, a government list, right? And I switch them all up. But this list right here, if I cold call them every single month, not much is going to change. Now, it might work, but I found the best on like a big list, a big fat high equity list. Call them about 3 or 4 times a year. So this 50,000 vacant list are going to hit the SMS, a cold call, and direct mail. They all seem like it's from a different person, but it's all from me.
Direct mail. And then also, do you break up your list? So do you have like a high equity, a vacant? Are they, do you keep them separate in your Google Drive?
So yeah, so that's the point of the Google Drive. They're all separated.
And then do you load certain ones? Then you're just basically loading certain lists in for your VAs to call, right?
Yeah. So this brings me back to a marketing schedule.
Yeah.
So I have a whole like schedule. I have the whole marketing schedule set for like the month where on, this month we're going to cold call vacants. This, we're going to do this, this, and this. Then I got my like Tennessee. I'm doing this. Like it gets a little complicated, but I create an entire huge spreadsheet because I'm very visual like this. And I see what everyone's going to do. There's no question about it. Like my VAs are going to be cold calling 3 hours a day from, 3 to 6. This list, and it's going to take them probably a week to get through this list, and then they're going to do the next blah 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 blah.
So on that question on the list, though, when you're going through the list and you're saying it takes a week to get through that list, is when, like you say, you call them once a quarter. So this month we're calling this list. How does it classify them as, hey, you've called them? Is it when they answer, or like does the dialer call them once and then says no answer and then it doesn't call them again, or how does that work?
Yeah, you can change them up. The way that I like the dialer is it just goes to the entire list. If you don't answer it, then you're just going to get called back in a couple months or whatever, because it might be a dead number. I still don't know if these are the owners because I'm skip tracing, got 3 phone numbers that come out.
Yeah.
The point is the yeses come out, never contact me, I'm going to sue you. They get out too. But honestly, like, I don't take much out from this. Now, when I re-pull this list every year or every 6 months, some people aren't vacant anymore. They sold the property, someone died, blah, blah, blah. We get a new one. But this kind of changes like maybe by 5,000, 6,000 every single time. But the point is I just pull the yeses out. Podio, acquisitions closes it. We keep the marketing going. The shocking thing I found with doing a list is I've marketed it 3 times. So I'll cold call a 50,000 vacant list in January, April, August, and maybe like December. And I will pull like 3 deals December, 2 deals August, 1 April, and like 3 January. And it's the same list. It's just the timing's different. And that's how that's all cold calling. It's all timing. And that's like, I've had deals where I've marketed that person 3 times a year for like 2 years. And I finally got the deal now. And they got all my postcards. It wasn't the right time. So that's why I don't like taking people off.
Okay. And then your SMS texting, who do you use on, what's your favorite one now?
I use Batch just because they're pretty compliant. Full disclosure, I really love Mojo. I'm only using Batch because I like recording all of my VAs. Once they know they're all recorded, it works really well for me. I also have systems with them where I'll actually put my personal cell on this list, and I'll put my middle name as like the first name, and I just want to practice and see when I get a phone call, what am I actually hearing? And they know I might be on the next line, so they're all 100% on every single time.
Okay.
If I get a cold call and I hear a rooster in the back or a baby crying, next VA. It's like I'm behind the shoulder, but I'm not.
Okay. And so the dialer, you enter that in, put it in the dialer, and then you can get your VA up and going right away. Just getting in.
I train the VA. I actually, kind of embarrassing. I'm getting more systems in there, but I have a lot of videos of me just in my dorm room of me just closing deals, cold calling, getting yeses, getting nos, making a little course on YouTube, like unlisted videos for my VAs. So I do some training, but not most of it because they go through the videos of me doing it.
Okay. And then I can tap in, like, I haven't used the dialer yet, but I'm assuming I can tap in and just start calling them also and having that come to my phone, or throw my 12-year-old on there to get some reps in.
Yeah.
Right?
People are weird with dialers. Some dialers they like, some they don't. I would try all the free trials you can, and just test them all out. But there's a lot of good ones out there. I just don't think one's going to be better than the other, but you can test them out. When you have VAs, I think it's important to record them just to see if it's going to be good or not. But at the end of the day, it comes into a numbers game, and it's kind of fun because it's like, I know if I have them call this, I'm going to get this back. And then at the end of the day, you sort of know their habits, and you can pretty much predict when you're going to get a deal or a lead or things like that. And you know, to a point, how much it costs you to get a lead and a deal.
Okay. And so is there anything else you put into your list, or do they do anything else on the Google Drive, or when it's in?
If it's a yes, it goes in Podio. Like that's
just a yes, and then it goes in.
I don't want them doing anything else. I would want my acquisitions manager who's really good at closing the deal.
Okay.
Plus they have accents, right? It's like it's going to be really hard to make that connection, and I want that rapport to be built with the acquisitions manager ASAP. And at the end of the day, they got to go back on the phones and get some more leads for me.
Okay. And if I'm polling, like, for instance, here in Phoenix, I know that, like, I just pulled a bunch of probates, but they make it a little difficult. So that's fine. But like, I can get on having them sent to me for $30 a week or stuff like that for the probates. Do I just have them skip trace and then comb through the same? Is that what you're doing with them, or?
Yeah. Phoenix probates are probably not going to be, they're not even worth my time, as my opinion. There's just too saturated of a list. And that's a big problem.
Okay. When I asked her, I'm like, there's 25 people pulling those consistently, but I'm assuming a lot more. They're just companies that are doing it here. So
there's a lot more outside.
Okay. All right.
I had like 8 kids DM me about Maricopa probates.
Yeah.
Probably last month. So.
Yeah, and I just don't have the capability of luxury of time of driving around as much, just with medical situations, here. Hence, this is my first time. My beard is 8 months old right now, so my beard and my hair. Normally, I'm clean shaven, so. But,
no worries. Hey, I would tell you. So obviously, you want to pay VAs, do all this. This is great. One thing I would consider, which you can't have your son do, is 12. But if you can pay someone to drive for dollars for you, that might be a lot more efficient than doing this on a saturated list. Just something to consider. I pay people to drive for dollars for me. It's one of the best money I spend on my marketing.
Like, how do you do that? How do you set that up, and what are your expectations? Like, how do you talk to them and have them drive for
$20 an hour? I pay for your gas. You're tracked, and I'll give you, 5% of the deal. And then you find ugly houses. You put sticky notes on them. And just go around, look for ugly houses.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. It just drawing for dollars is the only way I've figured out how to scale it to a point.
Yeah. All right, I'll start on this. Get them going.
Let me give you the last one. Ryan, you're very good at sales, right? You can close.
Yep.
You're in Maricopa County, so one of the cons of Maricopa is very saturated. One of the big pros is you can pay someone to drive for dollars. If you can find 4 to 5 kids, which I guarantee you can do, 17, 18, 19-year-old, not your kids. I'm sorry. They can't drive yet. You could probably find 5 kids that are teenagers wanting to get started in wholesaling, scared to death to go on the phone, scared to death. Don't want to sell. They just want to make a quick buck, right? They watch some TikToks. of wholesaling, right? If you say, hey, if you can find drawing for dollars leads, I will close them for you and we can split the deal. You have 4 to 5 people drawing for dollars for you at any time of the day. You get like 5 of them going, you're going to get a ton of leads. And it's free. You guys split them, but it's going to work.
Okay. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I've had some people do it in Tampa. It works really well. And in my market, obviously.
All right. No, awesome. I appreciate your help, man.
All right. Keep it up, Ryan.
Okay. Thanks, Zach.
Awesome. All right. Let's put the board away. Yeah, a little small. Sorry, but whatever. All righty. Jonas, what is up?
What's up, Zach?
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah, so I have a budget right now. I'm budgeting, so I spend $650 per month.
On what? On what?
Marketing.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I spend those wisely. So I spend, get your input. I spend 140 on dialer, 99 on PropStream, $20 for a US phone number and address, and then 400 for skip chasing.
Okay.
Would you change that?
No, I mean, you're in Sweden, so we can't really change things around too much. I think it's pretty efficient. As long as you're using the right list, which I'm pretty sure you are. There's no problem with that.
All right. And I've asked PropStream, they do not provide, their skip tracing does not provide the relatives information, or phone numbers. How would you go about tackling probates?
So I would just find the heirs and do regular probates, and then just skip trace the heirs.
Oh yeah. Because when you get it from the government, is that? So,
yeah, it'd be the personal representative. So let's say John Smith died. The person that is the heir to the house, the son or daughter is like Sarah Smith. Skip trace Sarah Smith.
Okay, but yeah, so you just put in the address because she has the title, or
so you could put the property address. I like looking them up just online and figuring out their information. One thing, it's kind of hard in Sweden. We do a lot of mail, more or less. I mean, honestly, truepeoplesearch.com has the heirs info. I know it's manual, but it's there. Facebook message them, right? Like, it depends how many leads you're getting. But if you can't afford the skip tracing for the heirs, which probably not worth it starting out, I mean, kind of where you're at, I would probably do some of the lower level tasks like that.
And a lot of the cold calling I do, I get, like they seem really busy and they say maybe in the future, what requirements to go into Podio? That's the motivation, right? If they have a motivation, I may be moving in a couple of months. Or
I would put them on there for a follow-up
okay.
if they're maybe moving, but like, I mean, kind of like a, just follow up and do it. I just for the reminder aspect. And I put the task on there to call in 2-3 months.
Yeah. And I'm doing a bunch of I'm in 2 markets right now, like 100,000 population in the county. And there aren't any title companies that does.
Is there one from Georgia, right?
Yeah.
That's an attorney state. So that's number one. Well, so it was going to be no title companies really there.
Oh, okay. Well. Oh, so you just do the lawyer?
You just need a lawyer. No big deal.
Oh, okay.
It's really not that complicated. It just some states are a little weird. South Carolina's like that too. They're a little weird, but you just need a lawyer to help you out with it.
Oh, okay.
Buyer still pays. You're fine.
Yeah, and like my the thing I'm struggling most with right now is Rapport, because I just feel
Okay.
like they just wanna get to the business side, and I get nervous. Could we do a practice call?
Let's get it.
All right. Okay, so I've already called you. Uh,
All right.
let's do this.
All right.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, Zach, it's Jonas. We talked about your house on 123 Main Street.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what did you what did you want? What did you want for it again?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I just
You're good, man. Hey. We're fine. You're a little different. You talk to me right. This is on the video chat. It's a little different. I get it. You're not looking
Yeah.
at me when you're calling. You're fine, man. The way you got to do it is sometimes some people don't want rapport. And for virtual wholesaling, you can only do so much rapport to a point.
okay.
You kind of get to the point of the house. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Well, called you about the property. Well, I kind of looked at everything. I always like to start out with like a quick question. So I look on the property appraisal. Hey, how old is that roof, Zach? You just get them talking, right?
Okay.
Get some questions on it. Hey, I talked to my partner Jonas about the house, and it seems like something that we could potentially look to buy. The only question is like, what is your time frame for selling the property again? I'm looking to sell within 2 months. Well, we'd like to buy it. Obviously, the way our process works is we want to look a little more in the property, see if we can get pictures or something of it, but we can always do pictures after. But what we basically do is we kind of come up together on an agreement on kind of a ballpark of where we want to buy it at. If it's something that works for you, then what we can do is we can get some more pictures of it. It can confirm the condition. We trust you on the condition, and then we can close on the property. I mean, are you ready to make a decision on selling the property today?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like there's no specific line for it, right? There's not much rapport you can build like that. It's kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
And so you kind of have to get to the point of asking more questions. So the biggest point of building rapport is by asking questions, and that's always what I like to do. The condition of it, things like that.
Yeah. And also, I've watched your comping videos, and you really prefer when there's pictures, so you can see that the property was sold in the right condition. A lot of times, I found that pictures of the property are scarce.
Yeah.
So, like, is that a hard rule, or?
So I either will ask the seller for pictures of the house to email me, because we're taking pictures when we get an agreement, or just get the thing locked up. I trust them on the condition, and then I get pictures of the house after I lock up the deal.
Yeah.
That's it. And if the property needs too much work, then I'll say, well, it needs a lot more work than you said. That we got to get a reduction on the price.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Zach.
No worries, Jonas. Have a great one, man.
Have a good one.
Boom. Awesome. All right. Next here we got. Oops. Hello.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just had a couple of quick questions. So, been taking a little bit of action. I collected 400 driving for dollars leads, and
Nice.
I called all together. The calls round up to about 1,800 numbers. I called each one of them. Not a single yes. Nobody even interested in selling. So I'm in Dallas, DFW area. Was wondering maybe what I needed to switch up if that didn't work, because I remember we had spoke a while back and you said that driving for dollars would probably work best here.
Did you cold call all the numbers?
Every single one of them.
Okay. And what were the results?
So some leads couldn't find the information to the homeowner. I was using free service, what, True People Search, whatever it was.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was using that, and then I got back, I did numbers. I got like a 12% contact rate overall of actual owners. that I spoke to, and there was just no interest.
Okay. So you said you had 1,800 numbers?
Yes, roughly.
On 400 properties?
Correct.
So that means you were doing what? Basically 5 numbers per property you were putting?
Roughly. Some had more, some had less. So that's
All
about
from TruePeopleSearch.com.
correct.
Okay.
So
And what was your,
I drove Denton. I drove pretty much everything between Dallas and Fort Worth. All those cities. So none of them are really high end. Median range in there somewhere around 250 to 350 in price range. So
okay, so what you're telling me is you called 48 people and they all said no. And you want to know what to do, right? Because 12% of, I looked at my phone. I'm not a genius. 12% of 400 is 48. So you talked to 48 people, they said no, right?
correct.
Okay, so 12% is pretty bad.
Okay.
Not
I
even
figured
gonna
it
lie,
was
man.
low. Yeah, I figured it was low.
You got to reverse try for dollars instead
Okay.
because you can pump that to 30 to 40%, like quadruple the amount of people you talk to.
Wow. Yeah,
That'd be my opinion.
okay.
I mean, you talk to 48 people, dude. At the end of the day, there's not enough data.
Right.
I could strike out on 48 really fast. Like that, it's very small, man. So you just gotta have more conversations. So I think skip tracing is your biggest problem, right? And if you're not gonna pay for it, I would do reverse trying for dollars. Like heck, 90% of the deals just driving in front of the house, right? Just do the extra 5% and slap the sticky note on there.
Right.
That'd be my opinion. And then see what your contact rate of 100 is. So do 100 reverse drive for dollars and see how many callbacks you get,
Okay.
and then make your decision from there.
I guess I could run back that list and do it that way. I mean, I'm not opposed
I
to
would not run
paying
back
for.
that list.
Huh?
Yeah, I could run it. Yeah, I'd run it back.
Okay.
It's 400, man. I think if you text on a Google Voice, like 10 a day for like a month, you can get the text too for free. You really need to do it for free.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not opposed to paying for skip tracing if that means I'm going to get better data, because I don't want to just sit here and spin my wheels. And that's kind of what it felt like whenever I was only able to get in contact with 12%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm guessing you have something, right? You have Zach data, something like that, right?
Honestly, man, I think reverse trying for dollars is probably going to be the biggest thing I'd be doing.
Okay. No worries.
In DFW.
Okay. Do you know any other lists that would probably work pretty good for DFW area other than driving for dollars? Because I tried Probate and it seems to be kind of flooded in my area.
What do you mean flooded?
Like the list, I don't like to really use the word saturated, but I mean.
Okay. Do the arrest records.
Okay. That's a good one for Denton. That's what I've heard. They
Do
got
it.
it out there. Okay, cool. That'll work.
All right, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what 100% what's going to work. I know people in Dallas that do really good driving for dollars, but they got volume too.
Mm-hmm.
By testing out, that is how you actually know, by getting real data.
Right.
So test them out.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Matt, what is up?
Hey,
How did that
Hey.
hotel deal go?
didn't went through, man.
What happened?
Actually, my friend has this property, has this hotel under the contract, and I think so. It was scam.
Oh, it never sold?
No.
Oh,
no,
all
it
right,
was scam.
whatever.
So Zach, I do have a question. So I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. I am my market is El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
And I was really looking to change the market. I'm virtual anyway. My question is, should I just choose the markets you post on your YouTube video? I mean,
All right,
the
Matt.
last one, the last 25.
All right. I remember our first conversation. Do you remember it? I've had it on the one-on-ones with you.
Yeah, about the about the what do you mean?
I can pull it up. First thing I asked, what market? You said El Paso. I'm like, are you sure about El Paso? And he said,
Yeah,
yeah, it works.
I know.
I said, so like, this is my first conversation with you. I'm like, I don't know about El Paso. So that's just FYI. I told you in the beginning. And then you can, man. It really, like, use whatever one you really want. You can't go wrong with it. I don't think you can. But there's just better markets than El Paso.
I know.
So you can stick with Texas if you're already used to the non-disclosure. That might be cool, right? That might not hurt.
Mm-hmm. I would prefer to go to the other markets where I can comp easier and
Yeah. So my personal opinion when it comes to finding like a really good virtual wholesaling market is you want to have an ARV under 300,000.
Yeah.
And you want a population of at least 100,000 for the county. That's really it.
That's it.
That's it. Average home price. Like for most markets, that's what's going to give the best one. So you want the ARV to be reasonable and you want the population to be decent where there's enough cash buyers. Because it makes it easier for the sellers and it makes it easier with the buyers.
Okay. Yes. Okay, great. So this is what else? Okay, so I'm gonna choose, and after that, man, should I go for government lists or should I go just tired landlords and other lists?
It depends on the list, but I would say government lists.
Government lists? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I also need to pull the government's list online, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
This is gonna be different though if you choose Nashville or you choose like Beaumont, Texas. Like you need to come back and ask me what market you are, or privately message me what market you are while I'm talking to you, and I can tell you what's gonna be best for that one. Because every city's got a little nuance of what works, what doesn't.
Okay. What do you think about Macon, Georgia?
Macon's good. I just talked to Nathan. He closed his first deal, I think, 12, 15 grand there last Friday. Macon works. A lot lower prices, but it works. Yeah, not bad. Bibb County. Yeah, Bibb County. Not bad.
Great. Okay. Okay. What about Michigan?
Michigan's good. I like Wayne County, but it's a little saturated, but I still do really well there virtually.
And Tennessee?
Tennessee works. I'd avoid Nashville, but I think Tennessee works.
They're
all going to work, man. They're all going to work.
Alrighty, brother. Then I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the market.
All right, man.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Matt. Have a great one. Boom. Awesome. I can ask really quick here from Jen, how do I do market research? The best way to find market research right now is I've honestly found just going Zillow, find the medium price point. Eli, so if Ryan's watching this, Ryan says, I'd like to JV with you. I have a Drive for Dollars lead in California. Everyone's reaching out to Ryan, so pretty cool. Nicholas.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I've just been doing probates in the Allentown area in Pennsylvania. And I've gotten a few yeses, but they shortly after they hung up on the phone. Is there something I could do to hook them after they say yes?
So are we talking about they say yes to selling it or yes to the owner?
They say yes to selling.
Okay. I mean, what do you mean by are they just ghosting you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Keep trying to call them back, text them, voicemail, Facebook message if you really need to, but go in the next, most sellers don't ghost you like that. That's kind of weird. Is it just one lead or is it multiple ones that are doing this to you?
It's multiple.
Check if you have spam likely on your phone. And unless you're being weird, I that's kind of weird. Honestly, if you really need to, I just knock on their door if they're local. Hey, I was
Okay.
driving by the area. This was something that you said you were looking to sell, and I know we talked on the phone. I just couldn't get a hold of you.
Okay. I'm not actually there. I'm doing that virtual, but from local.
Okay.
I'm in the West Palm Beach area, and I've been wanting to do reverse driving for dollars, but my mom she doesn't want me to do that because it's a stand your ground state. So, I mean, I want to do that, but I planned on doing pre-foreclosures, just doing that reverse driving for dollars. But
Nicholas, who are you looking at right now? I've done so much reverse driving for dollars in Florida, man. Do you please read?
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Is
She
your
doesn't
mom a
want me to do
lawyer?
it. Aware of what?
Is your mom a lawyer?
No.
Okay. Please let her read the stand your ground state, the stand your ground laws. Okay. There's no people think you can just go on if someone goes on your porch, you can just do whatever you want with them. No. Okay. There has to be a visual threat. If you knock on a door and solicit somebody, that is against the law. I'm not gonna get into what the laws are in Florida, but your mom is very misjudging what the laws are in the state. You're fine.
Okay. And
theoretically, the mailman just get attacked whenever he wants to, right? If he just drops mail off, right, at someone's front door, and UPS and Amazon, it'd be a bad scene, right? No, I just think it's funny, right? So just FYI.
Okay. And just one more thing about fire damaged properties. I had called my local fire damage rescue station, and they gave me 5 leads. I was expecting a little more. Should I be calling multiple departments around my county?
Oh yeah. And the fire department for Palm Beach.
Okay. And then one last thing, arrest records. What is the best way to pull those?
Palm Beach Sheriff's Office.
Okay. And are you able to demonstrate how I should do that?
Yeah. I would give you info. Central Records. Right here. Palm Beach Sheriff Central Records. I'll share you the. As someone that actively pulls lists like this, Palm Beach Central Records right here. Palm Beach Sheriff's. Talk to Christine if you have any questions. There's her phone number, 561. You got the rest.
All right.
Boom.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Worries. Keep it up, dude. Thanks. All right. Then we got Love. What is up? Hello.
Hi, Zach. Can you hear me?
Yep. How's it going?
It's going good. Sure. I don't know if you remember, I was basically stalking you yesterday trying to get some help during yesterday's live.
What do you need help with?
So right now I'm speaking with a seller that I'm in the Atlanta market. I'm also doing virtual, but this property is in the Atlanta market. He has 2 properties right next to each other. They're kind of like office space. It's zoned commercial, and it's kind of like office spaces next to each other. And then behind it, he has a almost 0.8, 0.9 acre lot that he wants to sell together. I'm really nervous because I really don't want to lose this deal. I've built rapport with him. I actually went to the property, saw the property. We connected on the fact that we have 2 7-year-old and turkey and stuff. So we have a little rapport. I don't want to come with him with like a ridiculous offer that he's going to feel insulted and just completely cut communication about the deal. But I'm not sure how to comp it.
Love, do you go to freewholesaling.com?
Yes.
You go through the challenge?
Huh?
Do you go through the 30-day challenge?
The third day?
Bottom module.
Let me log in. Because I tried to look up like different videos on different how to comp commercial, but they're mostly talking because I watched one of yours, but they were kind of talking about like apartment complexes and stuff. Yeah.
I'm asking, did you go through the 30-day wholesaling challenge?
No, I didn't watch that video.
Okay, well, there's 30 videos on there for there.
Okay, I see
the coolest part about it, it breaks down how to actually give offers to sellers. You're going to use the good cop, bad cop approach for it, and that's going to be the ultimate acquisitions one. So day 16 on the wholesaling challenge at freewholesaling.com, which I tell everyone to go to. If you don't know how much to comp, you're a little stressed out over it, you're scared you're going to lowball, if you use the good cop, bad cop approach and do a trial close, which explains it all in there in the acquisitions guide, it will show you exactly how to offer the seller lowball without them getting offended and seeing what the bottom line is. At the end of the day, you're not going to know what their bottom line is unless you ask them. You can comp till your fingers go blue, right? Typing everything out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, because he told me the reason why he's selling now, I mean, he's kind of emotionally connected to it because he bought it for his son, the property for his son. But his father, who is in Turkey, is like really sick anyway. They got to move back to take care of him. And he said that's why he's trying to sell. But he wants to sell it for something that's fair. So
you're not going to know unless you offer them, right? So I would go to freewholesaling.com, learn how to actually close them, meet about the property, or do a virtual wholesaling appointment and close the deal.
Okay. I'm going to go on there. I have another property that I was discussing with the seller. A tree fell on it. It was a house. Tree damaged it pretty bad. It kind of looks like a new build that needs to happen. But it's a really tiny home. I think like about 1,900 square foot or whatever. But he was asking for $135K for it. And again, I got stuck in doing the calculations to make sure it's fair because I'm like, this seems like it needs to be a rebuild. So it probably won't be, I probably won't be calculating the regular, rehab budget.
How crazy of a tree is this? Because they could technically fix the top and get a new roof, right?
So that's what I thought, but I kind of took a screenshot of because there's a picture of the screen of the house after the tree fell on it and before. And I took a picture of it and kind of shared with some people, and they were saying that they believe it's going to have to be a new build.
Okay, was it someone who like knows like that type of stuff?
Yeah, they do resale. What is it, wholesaling too?
Well, I don't care what other wholesaler has to say.
Okay. So my thing is, I'm like, I don't know because based on the numbers of what they were saying, I was like, if that's the case, then it's no deal. But I don't know those numbers for real.
Well, why do you think it's no deal?
Well, because he wants, gosh, I had it written down. I think he wants 130K, and I believe there was a new property that was built, kind of renovated not far from it. That was a comp. That the ARV was a little, I think, 210. So
honestly, you just need to reverse wholesale it. You got to find a cash buyer and see how much they're willing to buy the house for.
Yeah.
And then reverse engineer it from there. That's the only way you're going to know if it's that weird of a house. And that's what I do for all my weird type of houses like that.
Mm-hmm. just try to find someone who's willing to take on and how much
No, you guys ask the cash buyer what they're willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
If they're, hey, I'll give you 110 for it, then when you come back to the seller, you have to be under that.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the video. And I'm still scared, but I'll let you know.
All right. Why are you scared?
Cause I don't know. I'm investing a lot. I just got a VA, one VA. First of all, again, I want to say thank you to you and your dad. You guys are incredible.
Appreciate it.
With just the help that you guys I was one of those people who, when I got first introduced to wholesaling, literally almost immediately bought one of those courses for $997. I've spent over, I'm sure, $4,000 trying to invest and trying to get it right. And I'm not giving up. Absolutely not. I just want to, make sure that I'm doing it the right way without wasting all this money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What market are you in?
I live in Atlanta, so I'm locally in the Atlanta market. But I try to do wholesaling in Virginia. And again, I haven't had my first deal. So
why are you trying to do Virginia?
Well, I went on, I looked up some stuff on the internet to try to find like good markets for wholesaling. And it was on some list. I'm not familiar with.
Why aren't you doing Atlanta?
You said, why aren't I?
Yeah, why aren't you doing Atlanta?
No, I am.
Okay, then why are you doing Virginia?
So are you you think to just focus on one market?
I would focus on Atlanta, yeah. There's a lot of people in Atlanta. A lot more than parts of Virginia. Yeah. Plus it's local.
Yeah. And my issue right now also has been I got a Podio account and everything. I have a batch dialer because I have a VA that works that 40 hours, 7 days a week. And then I also we split the SMS. I do batch leads as well. My thing is I would get calls because in batch dialer, my cell phone number is there to reroute it to me when they call back. But I would get calls and not really know who I'm talking to because I don't have their information or I don't have any way of searching who this person is. And I'm trying to figure out how to get that. I don't know if that you're supposed to get that connected with the CRM as far as if they call back. How do you know who you're speaking with or how to pull up their information?
On a callback?
Yeah.
You asked them.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say you call back and you say, okay, I'm Zach. I got a call from this number, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, Zach, yes, I'm with ABC Property and we're.
Why are you saying that?
Okay. Well, just to kind of introduce myself.
Hey, this is Love. I'm looking to buy some houses. I probably called you because I was calling some people.
Yeah.
Around Atlanta, seeing if they're looking to buy any more, looking to sell any more properties because I'm looking to buy houses. Are you looking to sell your house?
Okay.
That's it. I keep it really simple. I don't say this is Zach with 1, 2, 3 home buyers. I keep it really simple.
So the thing is, so if I'm talking to you in that and you tell me that, I think where I'm getting stuck is so I would need to ask you for the address and
you're overcomplicating it. You're overcomplicating it.
Because seller, they usually expect you to have all of that information. If
they answered the phone.
Yeah. Okay.
They didn't answer the phone.
Okay.
So hey, I'm getting a call back. Hey, I was calling a lot of homeowners. Mm-hmm. I'm calling around Atlanta on some properties that me and my partner were looking to buy. Mm-hmm. Are you looking to sell your house? Yes. What's the address?
Okay.
If they're not interested, why am I going to get their information and go through all that effort, right?
Right. That makes sense.
I keep it really simple. Like mm-hmm. When I complicate it, it's when my business does not do well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a great one.
All right, you too.
All
Bye-bye.
right. See you soon. Thanks. Guys, telling you right now, when you complicate this business, this is when you start failing and having problems. Simplicity scales, complexity fails. Guys, if you got any value from this video, smash that like button and subscribe. I appreciate it. See you guys soon. Go to freewholesaling.com and